A campaign that was established by students. Its aim? The removal of the Cecil Rhodes statue, which represents an oppressive colonial past, and what they call decolonialization of history. 5 years later, the death of George Floyd has sparked renewed calls for colonial monuments to be collapsed.
This time it's different. This time statues are being removed in the United Kingdom of slave owners. MPs have joined the call for Rhodes to fall. Oxford councillors have joined the call for Rhodes to fall in Oxford. 18,000 people have now signed the petition for Rhodes to fall. And so that small ripple has now turned 5 years later into a wave. And I think that's something that should make South Africans proud.
The EFF, which had once claimed responsibility for defacing a statue of Paul Kruger in Church Square, Pretoria, have once again placed emphasis on the need to remove monuments and symbols of oppression.
We know that all these colonial settlers are not our heroes. But go in all parts of South Africa, you will find symbols of colonial invasion and oppression, of the callous murder of black people. In Parliament, when you enter there, there's a huge statue of Paul Kruger. And the statue of Nelson Mandela is hidden behind the wall.
Lobby group AfriForum maintains that people's heritage must be respected.
That means you need to be able to respect the fact that even heritage that you don't like is dear to someone else. And you also need to respect the fact that there needs to be more statues to accommodate all. If we are going to do that, we will have true unity and diversity. If you're simply going to remove some statues that are dear to certain, you are promoting polarization.
One historian believes that deeper systemic issues need to be addressed before symbols of oppression can be removed.
Colonial statues won't go so long as the economic infrastructure and the foundations of society has not changed. And those things are fundamental. The demands that people should be making is for economic transformation in this country, for equality, and for the end of the legacies of apartheid that are still with us 25 years later.
In the midst of calls to remove symbols that represent oppression, South Africa is still battling with the legacy of apartheid. The country remains the most unequal society in the world, and those at the bottom of the food chain are black people. It remains to be seen if renewed calls to collapse symbols of oppression will gain momentum. But most importantly, it's yet to be proven if it will reverse the fortunes of those of the majority of the people who are poverty-stricken. Natasha Piri, SABC News, Johannesburg.